One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Navy Midshipmen. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Coming out with it, it's Cherry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Memphis Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. Third play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even bringing it out of the end zone. So Navy's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Great place to start for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Let's it fly. Can't quite make the connection there. Little too much.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, but because you want to catch the...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's an awesome-looking carry. And you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in his booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes as a playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. Puts him in the spin cycle. There he goes. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Touchdown, Tiger! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space? Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Setting up the screen. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Really putting together a threat. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snap in the shotgun. Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Fakes to grab. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to get behind the defense. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quick completion to the right. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, midshipman. That. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to pass. It's Gardner. Makes the catch. It's Glass. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many.
Going for it all. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Looking for the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Back to pass, it's Gardner. Fires one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Navy! And that one will give them the lead.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They were able to do whatever they wanted the last time they had it. They put together some runs, they completed some passes, and they put a touchdown on the board.
Sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Going to swing it on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield, you're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. And the Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Navy will go back on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Gardner. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find...
Looking deep down the right side. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Memphis will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Glass. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Time for one more stab before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Navy quick to the line. Offense changing the play. They'll go to the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Set to advance on the play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big 15.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll... Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To throw, it's Gardner. Fires to the big fella.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He wants to change this route. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Wants to throw again. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense
sends it downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the...
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Lewis. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator would